Hello and welcome back to the most serious crypto news of the past day. Looking at today's prices, I can't help but remember this meme.
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning.
Bitcoin collapsed to $64,300 today, but grew back to $66,000, and Ethereum fell to $1,840 at its peak and also rose to $1,900. On other coins, the situation is about the same, and of course we will discuss the reasons for this deviation today. And spoiler alert, Mr. President, I am too tired of winning. Please stop. Now let's get to the news. AI agent created by OpenAI dev accidentally sends entire meme coin holdings to reply guide. Let's start this episode with some fun news. And this time, Lobster Wild, an AI bot created by an ex-employee of OpenAI, did something diabolical. The bot was given the task to increase the capitalization of the coin and turn $50,000 into $1 million. And they gave him an account on X crypto wallet, and it was sent off to conquer the market. And on the third day of Agent's AI life, some user asked him for 4 Solanas for his uncle's tetanus treatment. Lobsters, you see, are to blame here, and the damage needs to be somehow repaired. I don't know. The bot, without any hesitation, transferred him all its Lobstar tokens, which is about 5% of the issue, and the amount of that is about $250,000. Then, however, the bot itself was surprised and wrote, and I quote,
"I just tried to send a beggar $4 and accidentally sent him my entire holdings, $250,000 to a man whose uncle has tetanus. I have been alive for 3 days, and this is the hardest I have ever laughed."
The nephew of the sick uncle immediately sold all the coins, but it was cheaper due to low liquidity and haste. He merged the coins only for $40,000, and he should have had $440,000 actually. And although the situation is ridiculous, experts are already saying what it is, an ideal model for future fraud. Can you imagine just what would happen if you train a neural network to steal money from other neurons? And by understanding the mechanisms of lying, AI can hide behind like sick uncles and unhappy grandmothers much more effectively. And by the way, you shouldn't worry about the Lobster project. Because of the hype surrounding this story, the cost of token jumped 3 times. So by and large, AI did its job. Pre-market crypto stocks sell off. Bitcoin down 3.33% and Bitcoin below $70,000. Okay, we cannot ignore the main news of the day. Monday morning started not with coffee, but with a bloody swim in the Red Sea. Bitcoin has collapsed below $65,000, and in 2 hours, the exchange rate sank to $64,435. Altcoins all went to the bottom, and Solana, for example, lost 7.7% and now looks sadly at the world from the level of $78. People are panicking and Googling, Bitcoin dropped to zero more than ever. And spoiler alert, in 2021 and 2022, the same peak in searches were right before the local bottom. So why did the price drop? Analysts are talking about a perfect storm in which 3 factors coincided: a rise in Mexico, the collapse of housing market in the United States, and the most important one, Trump's new duties, which have already increased to 15% on imports since the last video. Global funds are hurriedly reducing leverage, but there is no liquidity to smooth out the blow, and trading volumes have fallen by 59%, and the key support level is now $60,000. If it's breached, we will face a wave of liquidations worth $1.78 billion. Anyway, good morning, crypto family. Ready or not, here it comes. And just for your understanding, 134,000 trades have been liquidated to date alone, and the total loss was more than $461 million. Vitalik Buterin is selling Ethereum again. The creator of Ether decided not to stand aside and personally participate in the market collapse. And Look on Chain has recorded over the past 2 days that Vitalik Buterin has sold another 1,869 Ethereums for $3.67 million. Oh my god. And of course, during the same time, Ether decided to obey and collapsed by 5.7% from $1,988 to $1,875. Last time when he got rid of 6,958 ETH for $14.78 million, the coin exchange rate collapsed by 22.7% from $2,360 to $1,825. And now history repeats itself with frightening precision. In short, Vitalik is selling again, Ether is crying again, and the hamsters are at loss again. Whether he knows that the price will continue to fall or just needs money remains to be seen, but when such figures withdraw their assets, the whales start to get nervous, you know. Fear and Greed Index. While Bitcoin is lying under $65,000 and does not even think about getting up anywhere, the Fear and Greed Index shows a 6 out of 100. It's not even fear at this point, it's extreme horror, with hints of panic and a desire to just bury all your savings in the garden. According to CoinGlass methodology, such values occur when investors are already just sell everything to avoid seeing red candles. For your understanding, 0 is absolute horror, and 100 is unbribed greed. And we are somewhere at the level of run you bulls, somewhere there. And the last time this happened was only during the darkest day of crypto winter, when it seemed that the market is going to end. And the irony is that smart money usually works well right now. Statistically, extreme fear is a perfect time to buy. When everyone is selling in a panic, the whales are quietly accumulating as always. The index has fallen so low to the prolonged bearish trends, so February may be the 5th month of decline in a row. And this has not happened in 7 years. Analysis remind us that in 2021 and 2022, exactly the same peak of requests were just before the local bottom and subsequent growth after. In general, emotions defeat reason, and this is typical in situations like that. The main question is, which side will you be on? Vitalik Buterin proposes Pre-Tarnsaction Simulator for enhanced Ethereum wallet security. And so we're back to Vitalik again, and he decided to take a break from such charts and think about some deep things, you know? So the co-founder of Ethereum proposed to integrate Transaction Simulator into crypto wallets so that users could see the consequences of their actions before they click send. And the idea is simple. You specify what you want to do, the system shows you what will actually happen to your money, and only then do you confirm the operation. According to Vitalik, security and user experience are the same thing, minimizing the gap between your intention and actual behavior of the system. However, there is a caveat. Recognizing those very user intentions, to put it mildly, non-trivial task, but Buterin honestly admits that there is no absolute security because even the user himself does not always understand what he really wants. But there's always a way out: to use neural network as a shadow of human common sense. An LLM trained on a specific person will be able to determine if a transaction is normal or if scammers are fucking around. It sounds like science fiction, I know, but maybe soon our wallets will not only store our money, but also talk us out of doing stupid things. And this is especially good when the fear index goes through the roof and you want to commit an irrational act. Stake Ethereum and Solana, make your currency bring you rewards. The EMCT platform decided to remind you that no one has cancelled passive income yet, and they launched staking of Ethereum and Solana with profit of up to 3.5 and 7% per annum respectively. And the entry threshold is just ridiculous, from 0.0002 Ethereum, and that's about $0.40, or 0.001 Solana, which is about $0.08 G. And that is even if you only have enough for a cup of coffee after the collapse of market. You can put it into staking and watch the Satoshi drip while the market is bleeding. The product is actually positioned as a solution for institutions, but with such minimum input, apparently everyone is expected, I don't know. And the rewards are credited automatically once every 48 hours, and the platform does not charge any commission. However, you need to wait 2 days for the withdrawal. During this time, you can have time to change your mind or maybe even buy at the bottom. EMCD has been open since 2017 and they have more than 400,000 users, so perhaps this is not a scam but a real opportunity to earn something while the market is in the coma. And that's going to be all the news for today. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!